What's going on, people? Welcome to another episode of The Take On. And we've got our residents here, Mr. Anton Ferdinand and Danny Murphy. And for some reason, we have Joel Beya here. Why are you here?
I'm only here because Anton's been running around on social media saying West Ham are massive everywhere they go. I just thought to myself, how could you be massive when you haven't even had a better season than us?
Excuse me?
No, you know what? We're going to talk about that later on.
We've got a lot to talk about during this show. At the top of the show, we're going to be talking about our favourite or our most wanted transfers for our respective clubs, our dream transfers. We're going to be talking about that. Then also, we're going to be talking about, of course, Anton's claim that West Ham have had a better season than Arsenal.
I just want to say, Anton, what's the capital of Italy, please, mate?
Let me just put these on. Wait. Let me just put these on. Yeah, let me just put these on.
What take did you say in last week's episode?
Let me just put these on.
Yeah, put these shades on like me, mate. Yeah,
no,
cool.
I remember your one was black because you knew the funeral was coming.
Yeah.
Mine is this colour because it's party time.
So you can see what's going to happen later on in the show, guys. So stay tuned because we have got that segment to come. But the transfer window has opened today. It opened today at midnight. And it's going to be a long old transfer window going all the way through to, I think, 1st of September. We're going to be talking transfers for our teams.
Yeah.
Golden picks.
Golden picks, and then do we have, you guys like to do the honourable mentions?
Yes.
Do honourable mentions as well?
Honourable mentions as well.
Okay.
But I need from all of you, we'll start this side round and come round. I need your number one prime target, dream target, whatever you want to call it. Anton, you're in charge of West Ham's kitty. So you've got a say of where Declan Rice goes, how much money you get to reinvest, etc.
Right? One
to bring in, to bring in,
and then an honourable mention.
Give me your number one target for West Ham. Who should they be after?
I think we obviously need to bring someone in that will replace Dec. If see, I'm looking at you. If
when
he goes,
when
if
he's going,
if
even the owner said it.
Okay, but if
all right, okay. Who do you want?
Kalvin Phillips, I'd take. I'd want him at my club.
That's the dream signing.
That is.
So you could go after anyone in the world. This is a dream. You could
I'm being realistic. I want to be realistic.
Fair enough. Yeah, no, that's
I want to be realistic.
Fair.
Otherwise, you'd say go and get me Jude Bellingham. But
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Right, cool.
I'm being realistic, guys.
Right. Okay. So realistically, you want Kalvin Phillips to replace Declan Rice.
Yeah.
You think that? Why would that be a good replacement?
He's hardly played.
Because he's at the best club that you said it, not just in England but in the world right now.
Who, Man City?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, but I'm saying, just because you're there, it doesn't mean we've seen a lot of players. They've gone to other clubs.
When he was at Leeds, he was fantastic. I think the reason why he's had injuries and stuff is because he ain't playing. He gets a good pre-season under his belt and playing games properly. I think he'll be fine. Mm-hmm. But you can't question his ability and what he's done when playing.
I think he's a good player, and I think it makes sense in terms of like if I'm West Ham, you want to sell away from London and all the other bigger clubs. You know what I mean? So you want to get him over to Man City, get Declan Rice. Sorry, you sell Declan to Man City or something. You get in Kalvin Phillips, or that's
the best deal for West Ham.
Yeah.
He's level. He can play at West Ham. He can do well at West Ham.
Of course he can.
He's a talent.
But you know what it's like.
Yeah, you get better with that. Yeah.
When you continue to play, your body becomes more durable.
Yeah.
Right now, it's not durable because he's not playing as much.
Yeah.
I just think he will be the perfect replacement.
That's your number one. Who's your honorary mention as well? Someone else.
What, realistic?
Like? Yeah, realistic. Since you're on a realistic.
Okay, Harvey Barnes, I'll take him.
That's a good one.
Left wing.
He's a good.
West Ham gone down with left. Yeah.
Potentially. Yeah. The problem is with him is end product.
Yeah.
Sometimes you see him, you think, God, he does so much good. But for his talent, he don't score enough.
I agree with that. Okay, so that's Anton's two, Kalvin Phillips and Harvey Barnes. Mine.
Realistic.
It's actually not realistic.
Okay,
so I don't think it's going to come. But Harry Kane, it has to be Harry Kane.
Why is that not?
That's realistic.
Do you know why I don't think it's realistic?
Why?
Because I just think Daniel Levy won't allow it. And I don't think Harry agitates for the move. I don't think he does.
He allowed Carrick, he allowed Berbatov, Man U, he allowed Keane, Ledge at Tottenham at the time, to Liverpool. He might say not allowing it, but if the money's right.
And Man United absolutely have to put down the money no matter what he says at the beginning. So mine is Kane.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's under this regime.
Yeah.
If the Qataris come in, give me who you want.
Yeah, you get Mbappe.
Oh, come on.
I'm leaving.
You go for him.
Mbappe doesn't want. Mbappe doesn't want to come to. Mate, probably the richest sheikh around, mate. Do you know what I mean?
Mbappe's only going Madrid, isn't he?
Yeah.
Might not.
Because if it's all about money,
Yeah.
and power and control, then he just stays where he is. No problem. Do you see what I mean?
He might even still sign a new deal.
Yeah,
All
exactly.
this could be just
You know what I mean?
to get
So
another deal.
I mean, if it's all
But
about
that's the
money,
hypothetical where it's not going to happen.
if
But
it's
I'm
all
just
about, we know it's not going to happen. But if it's all about money, then he just stays where he is. If it's more to do with the love of football and winning trophies, then obviously he goes to Madrid.
Yeah,
Stays at
and that
PSG.
leaves Harry Kane exactly where he is, who I don't even think was going to go there anyway.
Yeah.
So I'm definitely saying Harry Kane.
Sorry to interrupt. I was
Yes.
going to say, this whole Mbappe thing, even though he's come out and he said it's not true that he wants to leave, I think there's something in there. Should people be alert when it comes to Marcus Rashford's contract situation? Because he's always linked with PSG. Do you reckon I think that makes it more realistic, no?
He ain't going nowhere.
How you know?
Rashford.
The fact he hasn't signed yet is a worry, but he is a Manchester boy. Been there since a kid, so you'd like to think they're going to sort him out after what he's done.
He's going to sign.
But
Well, you're talking with your chest,
gonna
boy.
sign.
Do you know something
Marcus
we don't
Rashford's
know?
going to sign a new deal.
if PSG come in,
Knocking, and they need a new front man because Neymar's potentially gone, Messi's gone.
I wouldn't
Mbappe's
say it's
gone.
that unrealistic.
That's
with you.
what I think, man.
Rashford's
Right.
staying at Man United.
It doesn't matter how much
All of a
Rashford's staying at
sudden,
Man United.
seriously, since they said that, I could hear bare hope in your voice.
Rashford is staying at Man
I
United.
could hear hope.
He's signing a new deal. 1,000,000%.
Well, we'll see.
Yeah. Those are my players. Or that's my one player anyway, my main player. Who is yours?
What's your honourable mention?
Oh, yeah.
Did you say Mbappe? No,
That
that's
was
your,
kind of
that
just
was
out
your
there.
dream. Yeah.
Do you know what? We need central midfielders bad. I don't know how we do it money-wise with the takeover because of that, but this is honorary mention. Caicedo or Rice? I have to be in the conversation. Man United got to try. Obviously, according to Arsenal fans, obviously Declan Rice is an Arsenal player already. It's happened. He got the shirts. He's there. You know what I mean? Saw him doing the little Niger dances and that. So he's with Saka already. Nigerian, yeah. He's got a song called Declan Rice as well. Yeah, he's in, according to you lot. But I think Man United, if the takeover goes the right way, I think there could be something in that. Watch this space.
That's interesting.
well, on that subject, mine's quite predictable in some ways because obviously Liverpool need midfielders.
Yeah.
Now they've brought in Mac Allister, who's you could probably say is more creative
Yeah.
than what
Yeah.
they've got. Scores goals, makes assists.
Excellent signing.
Not so much the physical presence of what Liverpool's midfield three has been under with the success. So that because of that, I think they definitely need someone else, physical. And my ideal would be Rice, but I don't think we're in the market. I know initially they were,
Yeah.
but now it's going up to what we're talking 100 plus, aren't they? I don't think that, but he would be perfect. Now, if they don't get him, or it doesn't look like they're going to get him, even though I can't think of anyone more perfect for what Liverpool
for
need
what you want.
than
Yeah.
him. So the other one with Caicedo, who I think you'd get for a bit less. I know they'd turn down X amount during
80
the
odd?
season. A bit less, I think.
They turned down 70 in January, didn't they?
Yeah, but
They
that's because
signed
it
a
was
new deal.
January and
Signed a new deal since then.
Yeah, but there'll be a clause in it.
Okay.
Have you got the collateral for that? Though?
Well, it depends
Which
what
is
it
the
is.
question.
Depends what it is, because Liverpool, the most it was Virgil and the keeper, what was 70 odd. That's about Liverpool's max. But with Caicedo, the reason I think he'd suit Liverpool as well is because the way Trent's evolving into this central midfield role. Have you seen Caicedo play right back?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what, you're gonna
Insane.
spend the 70 million on him and put him right back?
No, because he can play in the middle.
Yeah, he can.
He can do
They
both.
can rotate.
Yeah, he's got that, and he's got that physicality that Klopp loves. Now, there are rumours about certain players in Bundesliga coming to Germany because Klopp's got his contacts there, and this might all be. But what I've seen, and the other thing I like about the two options I've just said, they can do it in the Prem.
Yeah.
They don't need that year to
That
set.
bedding in.
And longevity as well because of their ages.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Whilst we're still on this Liverpool topic, I know you're hosting. I'll just quick question.
That's what it is.
FSG. Are you guys happy with them at the moment? Is there still? I know it's a little bit different from you're an ex-player and it's more the fans. And
Yeah.
what's the thoughts like going forward? Are they going to change their strategy?
I think the feeling of the fans is a little bit mixed in that some fans want this idealistic situation where you have a really, really wealthy owner that can compete with everybody. The unlimited wealth I know there's a FFP, but we want to sign the ready-made stars. There is some fans that want that. The majority, I think, would or are reasonably satisfied because every time they've messed up, they've corrected the mistakes, FSG, to a point. You know, we're talking about tickets, we're talking about furlough, all the different things that the Liverpool supporters thought, hold on. They corrected
They backtrack on that furlough thing quick.
And they have put the money in when needed.
Yeah.
Now, I think their tenure is fine while Jurgen's there.
Yeah.
You know, as long as they be seen to be backing Jurgen and keeping Jurgen, because
Fans will always be
they love
happy,
him. At the moment, the Liverpool supporters, although they want a better season next season, there's not too much discontent, even though they only finished fifth. I know that sounds weird.
No, there shouldn't be, though.
But there is.
You've got some good players.
Yeah, there is.
But you got some decent players.
But I do think what they do this summer is going to be key. Because if, for example, which I don't see, it's only Mac Allister.
Nah, it can't be.
I think then there'll be questions.
Yeah.
I think they've got to go. I expect a bigger one than Mac Allister coming in.
How many more?
2 more.
Right, a bigger one. World Cup winner.
Taller.
That was quick, Dan.
I
That
meant
was quick.
bigger
That was
money.
quick.
More
No, I hear
dough.
you. I
Yeah,
hear
and
you.
that was just because it was the release clause, isn't it? So it's nice and easy.
Yeah.
It's a bargain. Joel, give me your
I'm
dream
going
signing.
straight to West Ham
Yeah.
and getting Declan Rice, mate.
Yeah.
In fact, you know what? At the end of this month, I'm going to get his name on the back of my Arsenal shirt, the new one.
You preempting like you preempting the league.
Listen, mate. I'm confident
He's
with this
preempting
one.
like he preempted
No,
the league.
just on this, I think
Yeah.
Rice, we're talking about him a lot, but I've just had this debate with, I was talking to Kevin Nolan earlier, and you know, he's been working with him for a long time, and I've been banging the drum about Deck in terms of I think there's more to come from him as an eight.
There's
not
more.
as a
An
four.
eight.
Yes,
An eight.
yes,
I've
yes.
said this to you before.
Because
Yeah,
I gave the example ages ago before he was linked with Arsenal. If he went into City's team with Rodri and De Bruyne, and played a bit like Gundogan does.
Yeah.
I know he's a different type.
Yeah.
He'll get you double figure goals.
He could.
He's good enough to.
Do you think
Remember
so?
his goal? His
Talented.
his goal was it in the quarters or the semis of the
Well, when he
Europa Conference League that we've just won. When he drove like near enough to hold the pitch and composed himself to slot
Yeah.
it with his left foot, by the way. Why is
Soon-
your face like that? Why is
But
your
Souness did a bit earlier in the season on him. Did you remember Souness dug him a little bit and said he's
Yeah.
a bit safe and a bit...
Yeah.
But when you're playing in West Ham's team who don't average 50% possession against most,
course.
40, 45,
Yeah.
when you get on the ball, you know what it's like when you play.
Pressure.
You don't want to take the risk because you think, I'm going to have to run around and chase it
Yeah.
again.
It's a
I'm gonna
different
have to-
thing.
If you're playing with 60, 70% possession, you're going to take more risks.
Yeah.
And actually, in the World Cup, when I followed all the England games, obviously being out there was amazing. When I saw him in our biggest games as well, and you think
He stands up.
He's
He
absolutely
stands up.
because you know you can think West Ham. I'm not no disrespect, but it's like the levels. Not that when you're doing it on the world stage at the pinnacle, international football, and you're not looking at a place.
So if you get him
As weird as
on
it's
the left,
to replace Xhaka.
Xhaka, yeah.
As soon as it's to drop name, whilst Flex is dropping World Cup names, I might as well get involved. I had the chance to go get my hair cut with some of the guys that were getting theirs done with HD cuts. He does the French team as well, and I asked one or two of the players. I said, England team, name me the players that you guys rate. They said, first of all, when it came to the first game, whatever, they weren't watching England. Didn't care at all. They're the world champions. They did not care at the time anyway.
Yeah.
They said as the tournament's going, the group stages, Jude Bellingham. They're like, wow, like this kid is incredible.
Couple of them are about to play with him as well.
Then exactly. Then you've got
Coming finger.
Then you've got they mentioned obviously Harry Kane. That's an obvious one.
Saka would have been in there. Innit?
No. They didn't say Saka.
Right,
They
that
didn't
must have
say
bun you.
Saka.
That must
No, but
that must
but
have hurt
they're
you.
talking about players that they fear. Saka wasn't there.
Joe, that must have hurt
No,
you.
I'm a professional, you know.
he's getting a free trim.
But the free trim, mate. I'm not going to be dissing the bubble. You know what I mean?
I'll go along with whatever you lot think.
Exactly. But the number one, the player that shocked me the most, I said Declan Rice. They think he's incredible. Like I was like, really? Because it's not what you expect from a French team. They like the
Outside of England, you're not sure how many people rate him.
they-
But he
honestly,
can do everything.
Yeah.
He
proper
can.
rate him.
That's why you say an 8 is perfect for him.
He's got the only
He
thing
can
he'll
do
have to
everything.
do, and he'll get a chance in an Arsenal team or City, whatever he goes. The only thing he's got to do is change his mentality a little bit, I think, to be a bit more ruthless. What I mean by that is, you know, sometimes on the pitch, you see, does all his defending work, he's physical, can match it with anyone, but he's like mates with everyone.
Yeah, he's
He's
great.
nice with everyone.
Oh,
He's
man.
Splitting
know.
up people.
Yeah.
But you know, though,
I want-
that's this generation, though. That's this
No,
generation.
forget this. The top players don't do it,
No,
mate.
but-
Do
no,
they?
but
Think of the
he-
top players you've played against. They'll smash their own granny, mate. In the
Of
tackle.
course.
But I think he
They'll
does
get
that in
up
the game,
and they'll go,
doesn't he,
you.
though, Danny?
I've never seen him grab someone. I've never seen him turn around to his own teammate or someone else and go
You want to see that from him more.
to go to the next level.
Yeah.
Because that's what takes you there. The ruthlessness.
Is it because he's humble, because he's doing his steps where he's at West Ham, he feels
think
like
he's
he's
just a nice
learning his
kid.
trade?
He's a
Good
lovely
family,
He's a lovely
nice
kid.
kid.
Amazing.
Lovely person.
I think it'll add to his game if he plays with a bit more. It doesn't. I'm not saying. he doesn't-
I'm going to counter that for a minute,
Go on.
right? The best DM in the Premier League, for the majority of it, was fair to say, was Thomas Partey until he didn't turn up. Right?
Well, the guy they want to sell. The guy they got offers from Italy.
But-
shameless
Hold
man.
on a
But,
minute.
Get
Hang
out
on
of
a
here.
minute, I'm talking to Danny here. I'm talking to Danny.
We're going to party hard.
I'm talking to Danny here. But then overall, if you're going to pick someone because of trophies, you're going to pick Rodri.
Yeah.
Rodri doesn't have that to him. I'm not saying he's completely soft, but he
I
doesn't
don't
have
see
that.
Rodri
Rodri's
being
not that
nice
type
to
of
other.
Yeah, but is he not the best?
He is the best. He's
Do you see-
the best
do you see
in the
what-
world
do you
this
see what I'm
season.
saying?
But I'm talking. See, Rodri isn't. If you're talking about Declan being an 8,
Yeah.
right? Rodri's a holder.
Okay.
And he does get you the odd goal, and he's technically brilliant. I'm not doubting that. But he is a holding player who knits it all together. I'm talking about if you're going to be on the front foot, Arsenal like to play on the front foot. When you think of the best players, the midfielders, as 8s, go after people, get like in people's faces, not be.
You said grab someone by the shirt. Are we
Yeah,
talking Roy Keane grab?
Yeah,
Or-
like
or-
Stevie
Patrick
G.
Vieira.
or Steven-
As it,
But
Patrick
he's
He's saying,
Yeah,
Vieira.
he's saying
more
add
of
that
a-
attribute into his characteristic as opposed to
I
change the way he
mean,
plays.
I mean, when you smash someone in a tackle or someone does you, and so you get
Look over them and go, have that.
What, the arrogance?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not even
It's not
arrogance.
arrogance.
It's a ruthlessness.
You-
I'm in this game and I'm winning this game, and I'm not your mate today. I'm not. And I might know you from England, or I might know you because I've played against you.
I hear what you mean.
Stevie had it. Vieira had it. Keane had it. Even Lamps, you know.
Really?
Lamps. I don't mean in
Yeah.
terms of smashing you, but. You might,
Cesc
you might
Fabregas
get-
was
you
like
might
that, by
get
the
in a
way.
low- You might get in a low from Lamps, known him year in the tunnel, but on the pitch, don't want to.
No, yeah.
And he'll come through you.
Cesc was horrible on the pitch at
Really?
times, and he played with elegance, but like he would like rake the back of your calves.
Bergkamp was the horriblest, dirtiest
Really?
man. Oh my god!
Yeah,
I've heard that about Bergkamp, yeah. He just...
He might not need it. He might be a different type because calmness is a trait that's definitely a good thing. But I think if you want to be one of the best midfielders in the world, which he's got the potential to be, you need that ruthlessness. Now, Modric doesn't need it because he's not like that without the ball. Rice could be the best without the ball and really good with it and get loads
Yeah.
get goals. But his physicality means, I think, more ruthlessness
Yeah.
takes him to another level.
Okay.
I
I
get
think
what you're saying.
that's a good point. I think to defend Declan Rice, it's like he's probably going to get that if he comes to Arsenal because he's actually challenging for things and he's. Do you know what I mean?
Maybe
where,
that's
That's what I
when
mean.
you're-
Being at West Ham,
when
he's
you're-
kind of in that bubble. I've got
Maybe
responsibility.
he can be
Captain,
part of the
yeah.
progression. He can be part of your progression, isn't it?
Well, it's interesting you say that. Let us know who you guys' favourite transfers would be, your top
Oh,
priority
sorry, I was going to say Casado's my honourable.
So
Yeah.
if you don't get Rice,
Yeah.
if you could choose one right now, who are you going for?
Well, because Anton's here, it's definitely Declan Rice. If he's out the room, then I'm saying Casado.
Right.
No,
okay.
honestly, I've said this to you many a times. I think Declan would be perfect for you. Do I want to see him at another London club? No, I don't. But for him personally, because he's a fantastic person, he'd be perfect for Arsenal.
Really quickly on Arsenal, I was talking about this earlier with someone, and I'd be interested to see what you think. Do you think he's going to try and get a right back? Or do you think he's happy with Ben White there?
I think
Because he had a great season.
I
That
think-
link up with Saka's good.
I think he's happy with Ben White there. I think the question
Do you
is,
need another centre back then?
We definitely need another centre back. I think that Kivu guy
You
was
can't even say his name, mate. He's not fair. His name's Kiwi.
I was going to say Kiwi because
You
that's
don't
what I
rate
call
him?
him at home. But
He's all right, you
Kivu, yeah, I think
all
besides
right.
besides the mistake, against I think it was Brighton and
Late on you, but the
whatever
game.
it was.
no,
Yeah, that
he's
was.
all right. He
You want
comes
to talk about learning to be ruthless? I was looking at the interview after fuming. I was thinking, what do you mean? Like, he sounded so nice about, like, oh, my boot fell off, and
You should have gave him your black shades, bro.
I just thought, are you all right?
You should
bruv?
have gave him the black shades.
Mate, nah,
Funeral
mate,
time.
He needs to, but so anyway, that's another conversation.
Yeah.
But I think if we can have one more, then obviously, yeah, because Saliba, you never know how much he's going to stay fit, and Rob Holding,
No.
yeah, I like Rob as a person, I really do. But
I like you as a person, but I wouldn't want you playing centre half.
there you go. That's actually where I play.
He actually thinks he can after playing with some big
Did you see
players.
with Del Piero on the weekend?
After seeing you play with Del Piero.
I said, Del, push up, mate. Don't worry, mate. We're all right.
Why are you calling him Del Boy for?
Del Boy. You should see me
I'll have a centre half with an airband.
I don't know if you lot saw. I don't know if you saw
Sure.
Joel's video. There's people in the comments saying his shorts were too small.
It was you.
They were saying that he could have got a bigger kid.
Did you
They're
play
saying, did he
against
go lost property before the game?
Did you play with or against Del Piero? Like I did.
Yeah, I think I have.
Really?
Yeah. I think so. He's
What was he
quality,
like?
him.
What was he like?
I remember. Do you know what? I think it was a pre-season tournament, so he wasn't bang at it. The best Italian I think I probably played against was Piero.
Ooh.
Ain't bad, is it?
It's all right.
Ain't bad.
Ooh.
Ain't bad.
He had
Yourself? Did you play against?
No, who's your idol?
I'm only asking.
I'm just asking you a question. Who's your idol?
Henri. The one that you said you were better than.
No, I didn't say I was better than him.
Okay,
Never,
cool.
ever,
You said-
ever would
you
I
said- you
ever
said,
say that
"No,
I'm
he
better
didn't
than
do
him.
anything to me on the day. No,
He didn't.
Quiet.
They're facts.
Said Anelka's better, is what he said.
Anton.
Anelka's better.
Listen, I rate Anelka.
I'm just saying. Like, no,
Who-
Thierry
who-
Henry,
who?
have you played with him?
Not yet.
Zidane was the best.
Okay.
Zidane.
Zidane
Zidane
was a
was
joke.
the
Did you play against him?
No, I didn't play against Zizou.
Who was you going to say?
Best Italian.
No, Zidane's French. I'm just saying
No,
anyone.
do you
Yeah,
know
just
who-
anyone.
do you know-
Anyone.
Anybody. Pablo Aimar.
Sorry, we're going off on one. Pablo Aimar, World Youth Cup in Malaysia. We didn't have a full strength team, but we drew Argentina somehow in the second round, I think it was, after we got out of the group. And we didn't. They had Aimar as a 10 and Raquelme.
I was going to say Raquelme. Was that easier? Right?
Half time, the lads are going, what's going on here?
You know that? Who's that?
What is going on here?
Well, you know,
He's younger than us, Aimar.
yeah, that's Championship Manager Wonder Kids right there, mate.
Oh, mate.
What's
They
that?
won it. They won it.
That Benfica, they played a triangle, right? They played Pablo Aimar in the 10. Remember, is it Cazorla, the big Uruguayan
Yeah.
left-footed
Number 9,
striker,
Cardozo, Cardozo, yeah.
and Saviola.
No way.
And then on the left, I'd had what's his name? Argentinian. Man United, Real Madrid,
Di Maria.
Di Maria, David Luiz at the back.
No way.
Telling you,
Take
it was
it
a
you
joke.
lost then.
Oh, we got slapped. I learned a lot that game. It was a lesson.
Right, so into the bit that we've all been waiting for, because Anton, before recording this, has had so much to say.
So much to
Obviously,
say.
he's had the week of his
Let
life.
me live, man. Let me live.
He's had the week of his whole life, and West Ham fans, deservedly so, deserve to be extremely happy and on top of the world right now. But Anton is saying, as he puts his glasses on, that West Ham United Football Club, Danny, hear this, right? West Ham United Football Club have had a better season than Arsenal Football Club. Now, as not a fan of either of them teams, as a neutral, I'll start with you. Has Anton got a point, or is he insane?
I'm in between here. Let me tell you why. I think if he worded it differently, I'd be understanding.
Okay, if I said a more memorable season this
That's
year,
better. Yeah.
Yeah. And then what I'm saying is, let me interject here.
Okay.
Yeah. What I'm saying
Memorable's
is,
a better word.
Yeah, it's been memorable, right? What I'm saying is, Arsenal have had a progressive year. It's been fantastic. The progression's been unbelievable. It has.
Go on.
But progression don't mean you're going to win things. Doesn't mean you might not win nothing for the next 3 years. But you've progressed. Fantastic. Well done. We've won something. We've got our hands on it. You had one hand on the Premier League, and then all of a sudden the narrative changed. Oh, it's City. It's City.
Yeah, we lost to the best ever City side ever. Treble winners.
And that's fine. And that's fine. But hear what? We won something. So let us have our flowers, yeah? No, let us have our flowers.
I don't think anyone's taking them away.
I don't think anyone else.
Well, let me enjoy
what
it.
I'm saying, Flex, right?
Let
Because I'm
me
not going to
enjoy
hear
it.
and do this argument with you because you don't want to listen. We're playing in the Champions League, brother. Right?
Okay, okay.
People want to come to my football club because they're going to play in the top tier of European football.
But hear what,
otherwise, we might as well just all go play for West Ham.
But it might only be in the group stages because by the time you leave the group stage, you might be in Europa League with
we're
West
not.
Ham.
No, we're not.
No, but how can you say that's a definite?
It's not happening. Last
Hold on a
16 minimum, mate. We always go out to Bayern Munich.
Hold on,
You know the drill.
but you walked around with a league title, saying you're going to win the league.
But
and you didn't.
listen, well, we would have, but if it weren't for City, man.
No, if it wasn't for you.
Treble winning team.
If it wasn't for you.
City didn't even
No,
catch
but
it.
it wasn't for you.
No, so in 10 years, West Ham players who played in this final and West Ham fans who were there will remember it still
100%.
and look back on it more fondly and more regularly than an Arsenal player who's looking back on this season where they finished second.
And that's exactly what I'm
but
doing.
now let me I'll clarify. But most of the Arsenal players who are playing this season and finishing second and progressing, like you rightly said, will probably in 10 years, probably not definitely, have more trophies and good memories to look back on because they're at a club that's way ahead of West Ham.
I agree with
the other thing.
I agree with that.
And the other thing I'd say is, and this is from a player's perspective, you would normally, if you're hitting the type of levels Arsenal did this season and continue to progress, because if they do more than that next season, you are very likely to be winning trophies.
No, 100%.
But it doesn't guarantee it.
Wait, he hasn't finished.
Wait,
Hold
I
on.
agree with
Hold
that.
on. Danny hasn't finished,
right?
No.
I agree with that. I agree with that. But until you win something, don't chat to me.
All right, cool.
Because you're just progressing.
The only other thing is, you would be bouncing all season going into training, and as a fan going to the stadium Arsenal season, they've enjoyed that whole season.
We really have.
More.
Enjoyable
I
FC.
know
You
you have.
enjoyed the last 6
I know
games.
you
You've
have.
enjoyed 90% of your
Brilliant.
season.
93% of the season.
They've
we
enjoyed
it.
10% of theirs.
We enjoyed it, yeah.
But the 10% will be remembered more than the 90%.
100%.
Currently. But you know what? There's more of this story to go on with Mikel Arteta as our manager. So that's
I
why
agree.
I'm excited.
I really
The
agree.
problem that
And you
you've
have a
got-
right to be excited because you progressed
Do you
well.
like your manager?
Yes, I do like my manager.
Okay, because when I speak to a lot of West Ham fans, I don't even think they like their
Listen,
manager.
No, dude.
Listen, you see,
No, a lot.
No,
As you
you
know.
see with David Moyes now. I'm happy he can do what he wants now. If he decides to go, cool. If he decides to stay,
staying, isn't he?
cool. Yeah, he decides.
staying.
Fantastic. Yeah, but what I'm saying is,
What, you're massive.
oh, exactly, we are massive.
Right, mate.
Yeah, because you know what? We didn't beat no Mickey Mouse team in the final. You would have struggled.
No, they were.
No, they weren't.
I'm not gonna lie.
You would've
Do you
struggled.
know what? Big
Nah,
up to
they-
West
they-
Ham, but when I watched the final, I went, you could tell this is Conference League.
Yeah.
I did say that,
Listen,
and I
that's
was
fair.
like,
Poor standard
Amrabat
of
and Declan Rice
Poor
are
standard of
probably the
football.
best players there. You know, even
Poor
Jared
standard.
Bowen.
Listen.
What? Jared Bowen weren't even playing
Produced,
good,
but he
he's
produced.
but now he's gone down in history. In
Exactly.
West Ham.
So-
But
Exactly.
but as a West Ham fan, here's the thing.
Let me live, innit? I'm enjoying the moment. Let me live. Let us all live.
Would you? Obviously, this is a tribal question, so I know your answer is going to kind of be no because you're West Ham through and through. But would you swap if you could be Arsenal, or if West Ham could be at the level of Arsenal? You know, in terms of how
Champions
big the
League.
club is, and generally just swap positions.
Champions League football.
You know, you could knock on the
Anton,
door.
can you
of that.
imagine you and
Arsenal
your
ain't won
West Ham
nothing yet,
mates?
but
You,
We
Zav,
might
Marlon.
be in that
Can't
ne- we
go-
might
no,
be in that
Answer the
next year,
question.
the
Answer
year
the
after,
question.
'cause we might win Europa League.
Would you rather have had our season? You know, and now you know you're in Champions League football. You know, you're on Sky. No, BT. Sorry, my bad. Every week. You know, would you swap that?
Yeah, because you know what? It's hard for you to understand because you ain't living it. I'm living it. I'm living a trophy. I'm living it. I'm
So
in
no,
the moment.
you mean no,
So
you
you know
wouldn't
you
swap.
No,
wouldn't.
you wouldn't.
No,
Yeah.
I wouldn't because I'm in the moment. I'm living it.
But that's why it is relevant to each club, because if you're a fan, I've spoken to West Ham fans this week who are younger than 50, yeah, which is just about you.
No.
But they've
There's
never
12 years to go still,
they've-
bro. Come on.
They've never seen their team win anything. So to them fans, they
Yeah.
say, I would not trade this
100%.
for the world. There was
I'm one of
Newcastle
them.
United fans that went to that Carabao Cup final against Man United who said, I couldn't give a toss about qualifying for Champions
Yeah,
League.
yeah.
I've never seen Newcastle win anything in
100%.
my
I-
life. I want to win this game. So actually, it's probably a bit unfair to ask a West Ham fan,
Yeah,
would you
'cause-
trade this moment that has
they
made your
wouldn't.
whole life?
I
Innit?
was lucky enough to go to the parade and
Yeah.
like fair play to the football club West Ham United.
You go
for
to the
inviting
oh
me.
yeah, you did.
Yeah, with my son to allow me to
It's on social
to,
media.
to,
To get
um,
in.
to get involved, but to live it with my son, who's a massive West Ham fan as well. So I'm living that
Yeah,
moment
so they
still.
would never swap it. They would
It's
never swap it for
impossible.
anything.
That's
So
what
I
I'm
did a
saying.
show-
You don't know it.
Hang on, I did a show. This
You
might
just know
sound mad.
progression. Sorry.
No, that's all right.
Sorry,
I did
man.
a show where West Ham fans were coming on, and they actually said that as long as they won it, they wouldn't mind getting relegated.
Yeah, that's crazy, isn't it? That's how much it means to win
How mad
something.
is that?
But what I'm saying is, Joel.
He said they got more. He
So
said
I've
to me
got
they
one
got more
more- I'm
European
just-
cups than you.
I was just about to say, I got one
Oh.
more question. One more question. How many European Cups do you have in history?
2.
2. How many do West Ham have?
Near enough round 3. Something like that.
Case closed.
Something like that.
So you,
Do you want to wrap up the show, Flex?
Have you got?
Flex.
Yeah, just quickly. Have you got more European pedigree than Arsenal?
Have we won more trophies?
I'm asking.
I wouldn't say
don't be
pedigree.
an
No,
idiot.
I wouldn't say pedigree. No,
Flex
no.
is an idiot.
I wouldn't say
know what he's
pedigree.
doing. I know what
No,
he's doing.
I wouldn't say
Question,
pedigree.
question.
I wouldn't.
Right.
But if you type in Wiki or Google about who's won more
really
European
hot.
trophies, who's coming up?
It's getting hot.
Who's coming up?
I gotta go.
All right, guys. Let us know. On a serious note, I don't think you can say you have a better season than Arsenal, but it is relevant to.
You weren't
each
saying it
club.
off camera, Flex.
No. What I said. No, I did. I said you. If Arsenal won the Conference League, you would be saying
They'll be celebrating.
No, yeah, but you would be. No, they wouldn't.
I don't want
They couldn't. You
of course
can't
they
celebrate
would.
that.
They celebrate.
If you're a top
they-
six
hold
club,
on a
you
minute.
can't celebrate winning the
No.
Conference
What's
League.
bigger, the
Arsenal-
League Cup or the Conference League?
Definitely the League Cup.
League Cup.
Get out of it.
Definitely the League.
Get out of
Definitely
it.
the League Cup.
Get out of it.
Definitely.
It's the third tier of
Yeah.
European football.
Get
But
out
I'm
of
not trying to crap on West Ham's
I am.
achievement because
I am.
yeah,
Why?
They're
Why are
coming-
you
'cause he's
trying
coming
to?
for you, coming for you.
If you got hate in your heart, lay it out. Come on.
What do you guys at home think? Have West Ham United had a better season than Arsenal? And actually, usually we finish with terrible takes. And actually, is that a terrible take from Anton? Or does he have a point? Does he have a point?
I'll tell you
Have
what's another.
West Ham-
Sorry, Flex. I'll tell you what's another terrible take.
Anton, man.
Another one. There's one more terrible take. AFTV, Joe alike, saying that they've got Declan already. Ain't even done yet. It's a terrible take.
We'll see. We'll see, mate.
We'll see you again next week, same time, same place here on 5. Take care, guys. Peace.